I'm literally losing myself. I'm literally losing myself. Hey, Troy. I wouldn't want Keith to kill me because then I'd feel so betrayed. Well, I'd be dead. Hello, friends. My name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing Would You Rather a book edition. So I did send out a community post this morning, as always, asking for some questions, some bookish would you rather questions, because I did do this video during the summer and it was so fun. So I'm going to do it again, and basically you guys just sent in a bunch of your would you rather questions that have to relate to specific books or just books in general, and I cannot wait to do it. So thanks to everyone who has been supporting me and who has helped with this video by commenting your questions. I'm going to try to get through all of them. So yeah, if you guys are excited, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel down below as always, and let's just jump straight into it. Okay, the first question is from Mia, and she asks, would you rather be a part of Feyre and her squad from ACOTAR or Aelin and her squad from Throne of Glass? Thank you so much for the question. So that's an interesting choice. So if you don't know what these series are, we have the ACOTAR series over there, and then the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. And if you guys have watched like my top 5 fantasy video, I'll leave that up there, like my most recent one, because I like to do those every 6 months because I read more fantasy series and my lists always change. So I always like to update you guys on my favorite like series, and they're always fantasy series. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys did know, I slightly liked Throne of Glass better just because the series was longer. I really liked the main character, and I just loved the vast amount of perspectives, magic, and just like the way it was written. It was really beautiful. I loved ACOTAR as well. Like it's really hard to compare the two. But if I had to choose, honestly, if I had to choose, I'd probably hang out with the ACOTAR squad. Even though I like the Throne of Glass series better, I just think the ACOTAR squad is a little bit better just because I really remember loving the characters in ACOTAR and like the side characters. I mean, there's a lot of characters in Throne of Glass that I just don't really remember, and I plan to reread the series, so I'll probably have it updated again. But like, I love Selena, but I just love all the characters in ACOTAR, so I'd probably just say ACOTAR. Mango Virginia, would you be able to take something from a book that would fit in your palm, or be able to talk to one of the characters in the book? Honestly, I am one of those people that like hoard things and savor things, so I don't know, based off my personality, I would probably go with something that like fits in my palm that I could like take with me and have forever. Because to have something from one of your favorite series, like say Keeper of Lost Cities, and I take like, I don't know, like a Crush Cup or something, like something like little like that, and I could just take that from me and have it for the rest of my life, like I feel like that would be so memorable. But I also feel like having the memory of talking to your favorite character, like both are great things. Let's see, if I could take something like magical, I would probably say that. Like if I could take like something that would make me like magical, that would be cool. But if not, I would probably pick talking to a character, because I think that is indeed a little bit more memorable because it's alive instead of like having something inanimate for the rest of your life. Like you're just gonna have to compare it a little bit, like having a really great moment that you can savor forever, or you have like a little thing that you can hold on to forever. Like it's just kind of like a balance, and I think I'd rather be able to have like that really great memory of talking to a character, because that's like truly magical, like I would just be like tears. Alrighty, would you rather be in the world of KOTLC or in the world of Throne of Glass? I said these because you love the series. Yeah, these are my top 2 series, Throne of Glass and Keeper of Lost Cities. But this is a really easy question for me, because Throne of Glass, there is a big like political war going on. There's like slavery going on. Yeah, there's just like a huge world of like slavery and poverty and like political tension and battles and wars going on in Throne of Glass world. Whereas KOTLC is like happy-go-lucky. I mean, there is some like tension, political warfare, and like battling with the other organization, the Black Swan and the Neverseen. Like there's that political tension between those two. But like I just think KOTLC is overall more of like a happy and safe place, especially because you get to live forever. You can be in this like sprawling, beautiful elven cities with gems and crystals and diamonds all over place, and like have these amazing abilities. Like I just think it's more fun, like would I rather live in Throne of Glass? Obviously not, because this world is so much more fun. Alright, next one. Would you rather find out Sophie's dad or the rest of the collective's identities? Okay, so let me catch you guys up if you guys don't know what this question is talking about. But we do not know Sophie's biological parents in this series. So would you rather be able to find out Sophie's dad, which could be a key part in the series, like it could be critical information for Sophie to use, or find out the rest of the collective's identities, which is a part of the Black Swan. Sophie finds out that her whole life was basically made for this project called Project Moonlark that was made by the Black Swan in attempts to get rid of another rebel organization, and they're kind of like fighting against them. And so the collective is the leaders of this organization that Sophie is in and that she was made for. And so I don't know, I probably honestly would have to go with the collective because I'm just so curious as to who the collective are. I mean, we need 2 more people. We need Blur, and we have a lot of theories, but Wraith, like, I really need to find out who Wraith is. Like, I don't care so much about Sophie's parents because, like, I mean, that could give a lot of information and that could do stuff to really change the story, and especially change the romance between Sophie, Fitz, and Keith, like the love triangle that I actually enjoy. Like, this is the only love triangle that I enjoy in like all of entirety. But yeah, I think that collectives would just be better for me because I've been wondering for so long. Like, I kind of live with the fact that I wouldn't really know who Sophie's dad was, but I never have really truly like process the collective, and like I just need that information, you know. Alrighty, would you rather be in the world of Keeper of Lost Cities or the Unwanteds? Heads up, we got a lot of these questions about the worlds and stuff. KOTLC on this side still, Unwanteds on this side. What are some advantages of being in the Unwanteds world? Because we know the advantages, I already talked about KOTLC, but Unwanteds, there are 7 really cool islands, you get to adventure a bunch, you get magical mansion with tubes and like get to have art and creativity. It actually is kind of hard because there's like magical statues, there's magic. Like in Keeper Lost Cities, there really isn't a lot of magic. It's just like the elves base a lot of their stuff on science. It's kind of like fictional science, but like still it's science, and so even their abilities are based off of like science and genetics and stuff. Or would I go to the Unwanteds world? That is actually like a much better comparison, but then Throne of Glass and KOTLC, because like both have really great advantages, and like I don't know which one I would pick, but probably still KOTLC just for a little bit better life, because just again, elves live in like really grandivoire conditions, you know what I mean? Alright, next one is, would you rather live in your favorite fictional world with your best friend, or would you rather live in the real world with your favorite character? Honestly, over a whole world, then I would have to choose the one like living in a fictional world with my best friend. Like if I was able to take my best friend and just go to a fictional world, like that's crazy, and then you could go in and meet your favorite characters in that world. So I don't know how good of a question that is, because technically if you go to that world, then wouldn't your character be in that world? Or maybe if there is no characters, like world over characters, I really strongly believe in the world probably being the most important part, because without a world you don't have your characters, and so overall I'm gonna have to love the world more than the characters, if that makes sense. But also in some cases I don't. Like I'm reading Crescent City right now and I'm loving the characters a lot more than the world, and there's a lot of weird stuff. Y'all are gonna be so excited for my Crescent City reading vlog, because I have just been analyzing the plot so much and like the messages within. So yeah, you can stay tuned for that. I'm only 200 pages in, but still you can stay tuned for that probably in November when I finish it, because it's an 800 page book and I am just reading so long books nowadays. Anyways, yeah, I would probably pick going to the world and then just living with my best friend there, because you always want a best friend just to be there with you. So yeah, I love that. Next question, would you rather spend a day with your favorite character from Throne of Glass or Keeper of the Lost Cities? My favorite character from Throne of Glass is probably Selena, or would I rather spend a day with Keith from Keeper of the Lost Cities? Again, this is not really a fair comparison just because I love KOTLC so much, and I know you guys are asking questions, like all your would you rather questions that have KOTLC in it, I'm always going to pick KOTLC. Just because like Selena, she's like an adult, she's an assassin, like would I really want to spend a day with her, or would I want to spend a day with like my literal lookalike, my idol, like the funniest person in the series? Like I would want to spend a day with Keith, like automatically. Also, Keith content soon on the Booktubers channel, 11/6. Y'all can look forward to that. Yeah. Alright, would you rather only be able to reread old books or only be able to read new ones? I think I might have answered this question sometime, but I don't know. I'll answer it again because I honestly don't remember. Oh, this is a difficult question because I'm at that point where I've read a lot of books that I could have the opportunity to reread, and all the books I've read are pretty good. See, I've gone to the point where like I do have a lot of books that I would love to reread, and I have a lot of yearly rereads, and honestly just within these like 3 bottom shelves, I have a lot of books that I could reread each year. So if I did have to choose, I probably would choose rereading, just because I love rereading books. With new books, I just don't know. At this point, I just think all my favorites, you know, my favorite shelves, like all these 4 shelves right here, I would just love, and I enjoy them every single time. Like, I enjoy The Hunger Games more and more and more every single time I reread. I probably enjoy Cube Lost Cities less than, actually, I don't know. I probably enjoy Cube Lost Cities the same. I really enjoy the, what's it called? Harry Potter more and more every single time. I love the ACOTAR books and Throne of Glass books every single time. So yeah, I could just live off of these 4 shelves, honestly. I'm just gonna say reread old books, because new books, I want to be able to get back to books. That's like my main thing. Like, I always want to have that opportunity there for me. Would you rather live in the world of KOTLC as a human who doesn't know anything about elves, or live in the Rick Riordan verse as a normal person and be oblivious? This really isn't like a great question, because it's like I don't know about either. Like, I'm oblivious to both, so it doesn't really matter. I would pick probably KOTLC. Like, I'd rather elves exist than all these monsters and gods. Like, I'm oblivious either way. And what's the point of being oblivious? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I would just say KOTLC though, because as always, I will always pick KOTLC, especially over Rick Riordan. Like, a lot of his books are iffy, like Percy Jackson especially, but I'll check on Heroes of Olympus as well as the Trials of Apollo. I want to read those both, so yeah. Thanks for the questions, EADSK99. Next one is from Sophia. Which world would you rather be in, the Wizarding World or the Lost Cities? 100% the Lost Cities, because I feel like the Wizarding World really isn't that worth the hype. Like, I love enjoying it, I love reading from it, but like, when it comes down to it, like, the Wizarding World is in our regular world. Like, it's like a extended fantasy. It's like our real world, but like with fantasy inside of it. And I would just rather live in a world that's like totally new in the Lost Cities. So yeah, as always, like I said, these questions are kind of like weird, because it's like I'd always pick KOTLC over it, if you know what I mean. Next of her questions is, would you rather Harry Potter end up dead or Percy Jackson? Percy Jackson, 100%. I do not like Percy Jackson. He probably wrote this question assuming that I liked Percy Jackson. I don't like Percy Jackson, so I'd much rather kill Percy Jackson than Harry Potter, because Harry Potter is actually like a good person. Percy Jackson, I just couldn't care less. Would you rather be able to read your least favorite book a bunch of times, or only be able to read your favorite book one more time? Oh, that's really hard. Those are like both the worst scenarios ever. Like, having to read my worst favorite book, or having to read my favorite one last time, and then I don't get to read anything anymore. I would probably pick least favorite, just because I always need to be reading something. And probably like one of my least favorite books of the year is A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. But I have the feeling that if I did read this a bunch of times, I would appreciate it, I feel like, more and more and more, because I mean, this book was not that bad. Like, and just like seeing that through this lens, it's like if I keep reading it, like, and it gets cozier and cozier and cozier as I understand more, and like I can recall stuff, and like just understand. Like, I feel like once you keep rereading and reading, you love it more and more and more until it gets to that like high level. Like, I wasn't like a total fan of Keeper of Lost Cities, or I wasn't a total fan of The Unwanteds until I kept rereading it and rereading it until it kind of got solidified in my mind. And it's just like, rereads are so interesting. I don't know why people sleep on rereads, because rereads can really like just totally make your whole experience better. I don't know why. It's just like I enjoy rereads so much more than like reading new books, and that's on period. Next question is, Katie, would you rather save one of your favorite characters from death, or be able to kill your least favorite character? So I'm not that dark of a person. I would probably save my favorite character from death. Like, if Keith was dying, I'd rather save him than just kill Dax. You know, like, I just don't. This is another question where it's like, who in their right mind would pick killing their least favorite character over saving your favorite character? Because your favorite character is your favorite character for a reason. You would want to save them over like, I think that kind of goes hand in hand. Like, your favorite character, you're gonna want to keep with you over killing a least favorite character. You know, I don't know what I'm saying. Sophia, would you rather die at the hand of your favorite good character or your favorite evil character? Oh, this is a good question, because I have some of like my own thoughts on this question. It's like, would you rather die by a good character or a bad character? I'd rather die by a bad character, because like, I wouldn't want Keith to kill me, because then I'd feel so betrayed. Well, I'd be dead. But if a character tried to kill me and I survived, I'd be so betrayed. But if a bad character tried to kill me, I'd be like, yes, I'm glad that you tried. No, I wouldn't be glad, but I'll be like hateful towards that least favorite character. So like, I wouldn't want a good character killing me, because that means that then they wouldn't be good. But if I had an evil character killing me, then that made sense and it fits right, and I'd rather be killed by an evil character than one that I like or love, or one of my favorites, you know what I mean? Alrighty, Caroline. Would you rather be a member of the Never Seen or be a Death Eater? Honestly, I don't see any perks to being a Death Eater because I don't know, I just found them so creepy in Harry Potter. By the way, Death Eaters are in Harry Potter. They are the servants to Lord Voldemort, and then the Never Seen is a organization in Keeper Lost Cities, which is bad, and they basically burn a bunch of stuff and kill people, and yeah, they're really bad. I'd honestly rather be in the Never Seen because I would be an elf, and I would have magical powers, and even though I'd have to do a bunch of stuff, like, it would be worth it to have powers. Like, that's just how my mind works. Like, if someone gave me the opportunity to be a freaking elf, I'm gonna take it no matter what it is. Like, I'm sorry, I'm vain or whatever. If you want to, however you want to describe me, I am guilty of it because I would love to have powers. So, like, you know what I mean? Carson, would you rather live in a fictional world without powers, or would you rather live in the real world with powers? Again, it's all about the world. I would much rather live in a fictional world and then, like, have people around me that have powers than have powers myself. Because, like, if I had powers in the real world, like, it's like, what am I supposed to use them? But, like, if I was in the fictional world, just being in a fictional world, I feel like would be so cool. Like, being in the Lost Cities, or being in the Seven Islands, or being in Throne of Glass, or just, like, being in a fictional world is so much cooler to me than, like, having powers. Like, and I guess in that way, I'm selfless. Like, I would rather be in a good place than have myself be greedy or whatever. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I'm going through with this. Morgan's Chaotic World has two questions. The first one is, would you rather be trapped with Tamlin and not be able to leave, or live in the Court of Nightmares but be able to come and go as you please? So basically Feyre is not able to leave Tamlin's house or his, like, manor because of, like, the thing that she did. Like, she killed a Fae early on in the book, which makes, it's like that's the Beauty and the Beast aspect. Like, she kills a Fae, and then the court makes her have to go, like, get kidnapped and then go to Tamlin's manor because he was, like, one of the Fae of, like, the Spring Court. Especially she can't leave. And then we also have the Court of Nightmares, which I think we go to in the third book in the series, and it's basically a place where the night, I cannot remember anything ACOTAR related, but I want to reread it. It's like the Night Court's bad court, where there's a lot of bad people, and, like, I don't know, it's just, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'd probably live in the Court of Nightmares if I'm able to go in as I please. Like, I could live there, but every single day I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna enjoy the night courts. Okay, I'm okay, just next question. I'm having too much confusion with this. Would you be able to live, oh my gosh. I'm literally losing myself. Okay, Troy. Okay, Morgan. Would you rather be able to be a very extremely successful author or very extremely successful booktuber? For me, right now, it would be booktubing. Like, I love doing this, and I would literally love to do this, like, full-time, like, be a booktuber. Like, we're about to get monetized. We'll see how that does. Like, maybe I'll make $1 a day so I can, like, tell everyone that I'm, like, a monetized YouTuber. Well, technically I already am, but, like, yeah, I just think it would be so cool to, like, do booktube full-time because I love it. Like, just, like, school plus booktube makes it stressful and, like, not as fun. But if I was just doing booktube as an adult and just, like, literally just doing booktube, I just think that'd be so cool. Like, I would literally have not a lot of stuff to do, but I would probably have more to do. Like, if I would set up a Patreon or something to, like, help me. I don't know, I just see, like, this gets my mind going. Like, I would just love to be a booktuber, even as, like, a side hustle, side job, part-time job or something. Like, I love being booktubing. And just, like, having, like, an online presence is so cool. Getting to, like, interact with a lot of people through comments and likes, and, like, just have my videos seen by a bunch of people. It's, like, it's a really good feeling, and I just love doing it. I also love making videos. I just love talking to a camera. It's just so fun, and then editing it, and then making thumbnails. Like, I just love doing it. I love the whole process. So yeah, as of right now, I would love to be a successful booktuber over being a successful author, just because of the perks of being a booktuber, and just, like, I don't really have any thoughts on authoring as of now. Okay, thanks for the questions, Morgan. Now we have Janessa. Would you rather hang out with your favorite author for a day or your favorite character? And not to sleep on authors or anything, but I would rather meet my favorite character because, like, let's see, like, would I rather be able to hang out with Shannon Messenger or Keith? You know, like, I'd rather hang out with Shannon Messenger. I might want to hang out with Sarah J. Maas because she's a queen. Like, that's the only author I'd ever want to hang out with. But, like, would I rather hang out with Lisa McMahon or, like, Alex? You know, I'd rather hang out with Alex. Would I want to hang out with J.K. Rowling? Or would I rather want to hang out with Harry Potter? You know, it's just, like, so easy. I would rather hang out with the character in all cases except Sarah J. Maas, because I would just love to meet Sarah J. Maas. And would you rather wait 5 years for Unlocked, which is book 8.5 in the Keeper of the Lost City series that is coming out this November, or would I read every spoiler before reading it? 5 years for Unlocked, or get it now and then read spoilers, but I would just be spoiled for everything. Honestly, I don't think I could wait 5 years, just because my whole other channel is centered around the series, and it's like, it's not like I can control spoilers, because I'm so worried. I'm so worried about spoilers this year, because basically what happened last year, even when we had 1,500 subscribers, which was like not even 1/3 of what we have now, it's like we got spoiled for so much in the comments. And what I'm gonna do this time is I'm just gonna mute my phone. I'm not gonna do anything, read any comments until I finish the book. But I'm just so worried someone's gonna be able to do something to spoil the book. But yeah, anyways, my whole point is that we get spoiled a lot anyways. Okay, next one. Ali and books. Would you rather be an author with one book that could change a person's life, or be an author with many books that only slightly impacted a person? I'd rather write one book that really impacts someone. Like the Keeper of the Lost City series really impacts me. I don't know why my face is like blown out white, but like, I guess that's because my light is really close to me. Anyways, next one is, would you rather never be allowed to own a physical books again, or never be allowed to reread KOTLC? That's easy. Some of y'all think I love KOTLC like way too much. Like, it's like the best thing in the world. Like, I'm never ever going to choose anything over KOTLC. Like, KOTLC could become my second favorite series. I could find another series more important than it, but like, I would choose the physical books over the KOTLC, because like, I need my books. Like, I need my books. Next one, would you rather never read an audiobook or never read an ebook ever again? Clearly you haven't watched my reader medium tag, because I hate ebooks. So obviously gonna be audiobooks. I never read ebooks. They're just, I can't. I'm sorry. And I no hate to the people that do. I just can't. When I'm reading, I read to read a physical book or an audiobook. I'm not looking at a screen. Like, that's my break from looking at a screen, because I look at a screen way too much throughout the day with school. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Big brain. Alright, Megan, would you rather go into a book of your choice or have your favorite abilities / magic in the real world? Someone asked this a little bit, but I would much rather be able to go into a book. You know, that would be so much better than having abilities. Would you rather spend a day with your favorite characters doing common things or fighting their bad guy? I am personally not the type that's gonna like want to fight the bad guy. I just want to have a pleasant day, like taking a walk, maybe reading a book alongside them, or like, you know, just chilling with Sophie, maybe like go swim or something, like go to the pool, maybe go for a walk around like Atlantis, just common things like that. I don't really want to do any. If I was meeting my favorite characters, I would want it to be in a really good, peaceful situation, not like a tension situation, you know what I mean? Also, I really have to back up my light because it's way too bright. Also, that's something I can buy with my monetize, because I only have one light left because of like something. So yeah, anyways, okay, I have to find the question I was on. Would you rather spend a day with your I already said that. Would you rather read one physical book a week or unlimited ebooks? Would you rather read one? I would go with one physical book per week, because if you still think about it, that's 52 books, and like, I could deal with that. I could really deal with doing one physical book. I do not want unlimited ebooks. I just can't. I'm sorry. Again, I cannot. I want to read a physical book in its flesh. Paper. I don't want to read a tablet. That's just me. Okay, anyways, next question is, would you rather go to a new world by falling into a book like The Land of Stories, or somebody light leaping you there? Honestly, I would be terrified to light leap. So if you guys don't know, I'll explain both mediums, but light leaping is in the Keeper of the Lost City series, and basically it is this new way of science that like, the elves can have a pathfinder, they can hold it up to the light, and then they can literally like travel through the sun. Like their particles in their body get picked up by the sun, and then they travel through the sun to the place where they want to go, and it's like then they get wrapped up in the light, and then they transfer to that place, and then their particles all get resubmerged in their body, like rearranged in their body into their full flesh, and then they're back, and it takes like a literally like a second or so to do it. Like it's like transporting basically, but with through the light, through the like the sun. Or I'd rather do the Land of Stories thing, which basically they fell through a book, but which was basically they just fell through a book. Like their book opened up and like to a portal, and they fell through it. And so I would honestly go with the Land of Stories way, because light leaping terrifies me. Having like my particles all pulled apart and traveled in the sun, and then like I could not do it. That's too scary, because I could get faded away. Like one thing in the Lost Cities that happens is like some elves, very few elves, die due to the light leaping because their particles don't like regenerate by the sun, and like they're just pulled away into the light, and that was really, really scary to me. So I'd rather do the Land of Stories like going through a book way, even though it's still terrifying, but like I know that I'm going to survive it. You know what I mean? All right, the last question that I have, I will recheck my screen for more questions after an outro of this video, after I have dinner. But would you rather ride Sylvanie or Verdi? This is so easy, because Verdi is a dinosaur, Sylvanie is a flying alicorn, which is basically a unicorn. If you guys haven't read the series, I would much rather ride Sylvanie, because she can fly, she's an alicorn, she's built for riding, and yeah, I just think she's a really cool character, a cool pet that Sophie has, and just like a true companion, and just like my exact energy. Like I would vibe so well with Sylvanie. Anyways, yeah, sorry I had to rush that last part. I'm going to go eat dinner, and I have to watch a show with my family, and then I'll be back. I'll check if there's any more questions that you guys put, and then we will outro this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Alrighty guys, I am back. There was one more question. I think it was like, would you rather read Harry Potter or KOTLC? Which the answer is obvious, it's KOTLC. If you've watched my channel. Alright, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video on all the Bookish Would You Rather questions, make sure to leave a like on this video, because I can always do more in the future if I enjoy them, and liking always supports me, so thank you all for that. Also make sure to subscribe below if you haven't already, because we're almost to 1,400 subscribers, only got like 30 more left, and also I post content every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, so definitely do that. Also comment down below, maybe you could respond to one of the Would You Rather questions that were asked, or like, what did you think of the video? I love talking to you guys in the comments, so definitely comment down below. Also, we are about 550 watch hours away from being monetized, so just keep up. Maybe just put on a playlist while you're doing it or something, because that really does help me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll leave the last video up there. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. Peace out. Bye. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad